Alright, we have to talk about this. Sunderland. After 8 years, they have finally promoted all the way back to the Premier League. It's been a while, but they finally made it back. So let's go over the season, like I did Luton Town. So, let's just go all the way back. And let's start. Blackpool? No, it wasn't. It was Cardiff. My bad. Those are friendlies. Okay, so to start off Sunderland's entire season, they started off with a 2-0 win away against Cardiff, then a 4-0 win at home over Sheffield Wednesday. Followed that up with a 1-0 win at home against Burnley, which has the best defense in the league. And I'm pretty sure all of English football. Against Portsmouth away, they won 3-1. Against Plymouth Argyle away, they managed to somehow lose the game 3-2, even though Plymouth Argyle was a horrendous team this season. Following that, against Middlesbrough, they won 1-0. Against Watford, they lost 2-1 away. The game against Middlesbrough was at home. Against Derby County, Sunderland won 2-0 at home. Against Leeds United at home, they drew 2-2. Against Hull City away, they won 1-0. Then Luton Town away, obviously I went over this in the Luton Town video. Sunderland beat them 2-1 at home or away in Luton Town Stadium. Sunderland against Oxford, Sunderland manages to get a pretty comfortable 2-0 victory. Against QPR away, they managed to get a 0-0 draw. Against Preston away, they also get another 0-0 draw. Against Coventry at home, they get a 2-2 draw. Against Millwall away, they get a 1-1 draw. And against West Brom at home, they get a 0-0 draw. That's like 4, 5, 6 different draws in a row. But they beat the draw drought by losing 1-0 to Sheffield United. They lost to Sheffield United 1-0 to end their drawing catastrophe. Against Stoke City, they managed to get a 2-1 victory. Against Bristol City at home, they managed to get a 1-1 draw. Against Swansea away, manages to beat Swansea 2-3 and scrape by getting the points. Norwich, we have a 2-1 victory at home for Sunderland. Against Blackburn, they get a 2-2 draw. Against Stoke City, it's a 1-0 victory. Against Sheffield United at home, they managed to get their revenge and get a 2-1 victory. Against Sunderland, or against Portsmouth at home as well, they get a scrappy 1-0 victory. Then the FA Cup third round, they lose 2-1 at home to Stoke. And then they get a 0-0 draw against Burnley, so they evade losing to Burnley. Against Derby County away, they managed to scrape by 1-0. Against Plymouth Argyle at home, they drew the game 2-2, so they couldn't beat Plymouth Argyle this season. Against Middlesbrough away, they beat them 2-3. That's insane. Against Watford at home, following that insane dramatic Middlesbrough victory, they get a crappy 2-2 draw at home against Sunderland. Then they get a comfortable 2-0 win against Luton Town at home. Oh, my bad. No, the one's against Watford. Against Leeds United away, they lose 2-1. Against Hull City at home, they also lose. They lost 1-0 at home against Hull City. And then they finally get a victory, beating Sheffield Wednesday 2-1 away. Then came the game against Cardiff at home, where they won 2-1. Against Preston at home, they drew 1-1. Against Coventry away, they lost 3-0. Against Millwall at home, they get a scrappy 1-0 victory. Honestly, nothing is better than a scrappy 1-0 victory. Against Sunderland away, they managed to win 1-0. Against Norwich away, they drew 0-0. And against Swansea at home, they lose 1-0. Against Bristol City away, they lose 2-1. And against Blackburn at home, they lose 1-0. So not really that good of a drought right now. It only gets worse. And then following to end the season, they lost 2-0 to Oxford United away and 1-0 to QPR at home. Yeah. So, with that all being said, this put Sunderland, which for a while there had a pretty decent chance of making it to the Premier League automatically, but instead they end 4th with 21 wins, 13 draws, and 12 losses, a goal difference of 14 on 76 points after 46 matches played, making them 4th in the championship, with Leeds United and Burnley automatically getting promotion, but Sunderland, Sheffield United, Coventry, and Bristol City all having to fight for the last spot in the Premier League. So, let's get to it. So, how the championship works, for all you that don't know, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you do, but let's just do it for clarification. In the semifinals, there are 2 legs, one at home, one away. And winner overall will make it to the next round, the final, which is a one-legged match. And I'm assuming it is in a neutral venue as well. Yes, it is at Wembley Stadium, so it is a neutral venue there. So because Sunderland because Sunderland finished 4th, they would have to face Coventry, which would be the hardest one for them, not Sheffield United. Sheffield United would face the easiest opponent in Bristol City. And Sunderland, to start off this entire thing, actually managed to get a win away at Coventry Stadium, winning 2-1 with a goal from Wilson I suck at names. Wilson Isidore in the 68th minute, and Jack Rodini would tie it for Coventry in the 70th, only for the 80th minute. Elisir Mayenda to win the game. Following the second leg that was played in Sunderland Stadium, Coventry manages to tie the game in the 70th minute, send it to extra time, only for Sunderland to beat them on aggregate 3-2 and progress, because they scored a goal in the 120th plus second minute. That is fucking insane. And then they would have to face Sheffield United in Wembley Stadium for a chance in the Premier League. Sheffield United had it so much easier because they beat Bristol City away 3-0 and then again at home 3-0, and they managed to beat Bristol City 6-0 on aggregate. So truly Sheffield were the favorites to win it. And then something happened. Sheffield did take the lead in the 25th minute through Tyrese Campbell. I think they say it. But then all the way up into the 76th minute, Mayenda saves Sunderland and gets a draw. Alright, I am officially back. I don't know. And then Tom Watson in the 90 plus 5th minute, last kick of the game, basically, wins the game for Sunderland. Sunderland get the 2-1 victory at Wembley and are promoted to the Premier League for the first time in 8 years. This is what we call insanity. So, what can we say? All I can really say is congratulations, Sunderland, and I hate to be the party pooper. You're probably going to get relegated immediately. Hopefully you don't, but as of recent history, that's what's going to happen. But anyways, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one. Good luck, Sunderland. Peace out.